Representative. My name is Carla Haslam, and I am very excited to be here today because I see before me 132 of my newest teammates. As Representative Thurston told you, soccer is a big part of my life. I've played it since I was a little girl and I'm still playing it now. And so I really value the concept of unity and teamwork because it's impossible to win a soccer game if your team doesn't work together and if you don't have the same goals. And I look at all of you now and I don't know you individually and you don't know me, but we all have the same goals. We all want to be happy and we all want to represent a country that is full of opportunities. Another part of aspect of a team is the idea of representing something bigger than yourself. Now as citizens of the United States, you represent something much larger than your name. I may be one person, but I represent a legacy of family members who came before me, who worked for the opportunity to come here. My family's from Colombia, and I remember when my abuelos and my mother took their oath to become citizens of this country. Now here, they have provided opportunities for their children to be able to succeed, grow, to gain an education, to play soccer, to broadcast, to be able to speak with you. These are all opportunities that I have been given because my abuelos, my grandparents I should say, my grandparents and my parents made the decision to become citizens of this great country. I'll tell you the story of my abuelo who's here today. That's grandpa in Spanish for the non-Spanish speakers. My abuelo grew up in Palmira, Colombia, a small town on the west coast, and he realized as he began to start a family that his name represented something more than himself. He was representing a legacy of children who would come before him. He came to the United States, sacrificing the time and money that he had to come to a new country, where it's difficult to learn a new language and come to a new culture. Because of these opportunities, I think of the chances that I've had here in this nation, but I also think of my brother, who yesterday flew out to Naturalization to serve at the U.S. Naval Academy. He's the son of immigrants, and yet now he's able to serve the country that he loves to his full capacity. I think of the sacrifices that my abuelo made, moving to a new country, learning a new language. And so I asked him, 15 years ago, what would be the advice that you'd give to my brand new teammates, my brand new friends here? The first thing he told me is that he wished he would have taken the time to learn English. He said it was very difficult for me, and so I let the years pass by. But I promise you that if you take advantage of the classes and resources here to learn English and to learn the language that many people speak here, you will be able to bless the lives of so many more, bringing the language and culture of your own country and being able to teach those who are in similar situations. Now that you're citizens, your capability to bless and serve others is so much greater. I also want you to think of not only the children and family that you represent here, but I want you to think of the other immigrants you represent. In 2015, around 800,000 new people became citizens of this country. You represent those 800,000 people. You represent the citizens who came before you, and you're going to represent the citizens who come next year. Give them a good name. Give them a good reputation. Show them that you can come from another country, from another culture, from another language, and you can come into this country and make something of yourself. I want you to take a look at the person next to you. Even if you don't know them, they may be strangers, they may be some of your classmates, you represent them too. This means that we no longer can live a passive life. No longer can we wait for opportunities to come to us, but rather we need to be out there. We need to go and try to get as much education as possible. We need to try to learn as much about the culture around us, about the languages around us, about the people around us. America is the greatest country on this earth because it was founded on immigrants. It was founded on people who came from other countries because they wanted to make something of their life, because they represented something that was far greater than themselves. Imagine the complexity and the beauty of this. People who were born in another country, were raised and grown in another country, and yet gave their lives for the United States. It's quite complex. It seems inhuman, and yet it's beautiful. The fact that we're able to fight for what is a melting pot. America is a country that was built off of diversity, and today is built off of diversity. I want you to bring the cultures, bring the experiences that you've had, and use them to better the lives of all of us around us. I want you to be able to bring that experience and help me. Help the little children who are playing kickball on the playground. Help the woman at the register at the grocery store. Becoming a citizen is more than just the document in your hand. You now have taken upon you a duty. You knowingly, taking your own, have taken upon a duty to help better this country, to make it a better place than when you first arrived here. One of the greatest presidents that we've had in American history was Theodore Roosevelt, who was a president in the early 1900s, and one of my favorite things was a speech that he gave titled "The Man in the Arena." And I'll spare you the details because it's a very long talk, but the main idea is that the man who puts himself in the ring, who fights for everything he has, is far more valuable than the critic who passively waits on the sideline. This is the duty that I now encourage you to take upon yourselves. Be the man in the arena. Take the chance. Sometimes you're going to fail. Sometimes you're going to succeed, but you are far more valuable being an active citizen who votes, who is involved in their community. You are far more valuable to the United States as a citizen who's trying to learn and get an education and get involved in the workforce. You are far more valuable as a citizen who's trying to learn new cultures and new languages and is getting involved in the community, in your city councils, in your schooling, in the school boards. Be an involved citizen. Do more than passively await on the sidelines. Sure, your chances of failure or your chances of heartbreak are greater, but America needs people right now who are willing to take chances, who are willing to be like my grandparents and parents before them, who took the chance to come to a new country because they believed that they wanted a greater future for their children, like myself and for my younger brother. Being a new citizen comes with its advantages, and it also comes with its hardships. The advantages is that now you have a pot of gold, a lifetime of opportunity that you didn't have before. I think of my brother, who I mentioned is now serving at the U.S. Naval Academy. They told him, your pot of gold awaits you. Well, I look at all of you today, and as new citizens, your pot of gold awaits for you. You have opportunity, you have chances. But the disadvantage to this is you no longer have an excuse to be passive. You no longer have an excuse to not work hard or to not take chances. The world and opportunity, that pot of gold, is open before you, and I want you to take it. And I want you to take it with both hands. This may be scary, to have all these new responsibilities and new duties, but you were chosen and you took that oath because we believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. I'm your teammate, and while you don't know me and I don't know you, I know that we're citizens of this great country, and I believe in this country. I believe that America has a great future because of the people I see standing here before me. Make it a great future. Make the United States a better country than when you first came here. Have courage. Love others, and be kind. Remember that you have people around who are willing to help you. You're never alone, and that's what makes this country the greatest country in the world, is our unity, is our teamwork, and is our fire for a better tomorrow. Congratulations. I'm very happy to be speaking to you today, and I think you deserve a night of fun and party. Thank you.